To begin with, we're going to go over the rules of engagement for public comment, so Celso.
You can make public comments if you're a resident of the township or if you're a township taxpayer. Please raise your hand until you are recognized. You have 3 minutes to make your comments. Once you have 15 seconds left, we'll ask you to complete your comments. For your comments, please come up to the mic, take a seat, and state your name and address. Turn off the mic, face the board, and please make your comments. Please understand that this is not a debate session, and this is not a place for abusive language or profanity. It is only for comments, and we would ask that the audience refrain from crying out or being disruptive. We'll ask you to leave, refuse to follow the stated conduct, or disrupt the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Celso. For the public comments on the agenda, are there any comments on the agenda? If you dare come up and identify the agenda item.
Just a quick question.
No, you have a comment on one of the agenda items?
I just wanted to know if you're going to take questions on the Keel property when it comes up.
Yes, it'll be a hearing. First item on the agenda is the approval for the minutes. I'll need a motion on the minutes. It'll be this 16 January one.
I make the motion to approve the minutes.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
You're in a second. Discussion?
I have some discussion on the page 2, the very last, authorized to advertise for the public hearing. I think it should be added that when I questioned Eric about the municipal use, that he did say that it would be, open space would be included. I think that's important for the comments.
You're looking at page 2,
To the very bottom.
last paragraph.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, Kathy.
Page 2, the bottom comment, I did ask Eric a question about the municipal use ordinance, and he did acknowledge that the open space would be considered
Okay.
as township property, which of course it would.
Did you use your mic?
Yes. Did you hear me, Jeannie?
I didn't know.
Okay. And I do have one more comment.
Did you have a way you want to verbalize that on?
Can I send it to Jeannie?
Well, everybody needs to hear it. How about Commissioner Preddy asked about the use of open spaces, concerns with the zoning?
And I asked Eric Fry, Solicitor Fry,
Yes.
and he confirmed that it was, that open space was, part of the ordinance.
And the other one?
The other one is, page 4, in the commissioner comments. There was more than just a discussion concerning resolution 703 and Park being an intergovernmental cooperative agency. Nothing of what I said about the discussion was in there. I had an objection to your comment about, it not really being 703, but it was my performance, which, if you're gonna put that in, well, then I think some of my comments should be in.
Okay, if you want to draft those up how you want it, Fred?
I will draft those up and get it to Jeannie.
Is there any issues with that?
Did we approve those at the next meeting?
Okay.
Do we approve the amendments at the next meeting, or we just gonna do?
Well, you can, I was gonna say you can,
Could you use
can
mics?
either, correct me if I'm wrong, Celso, but you can either approve it with the amendment, or you can table approval of the minutes until they're amended, right?
So let's go ahead and you prefer to
let's table it until, we get a final draft on that, please.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Is there any dissension on that? Okay. So we have one, there'll be two drafts, one for page 2, bottom of page 2, in that paragraph inserted with the zoning piece, and then in commissioner comments, second paragraph is drafted. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Payment of bills, also in your packet was the bills. I'll need a motion to pay the bills.
I'll make that motion.
You're gonna motion, is there a second?
I will second that.
You're gonna second, is there more discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Against? Motion carries. Reports. Michelle, Township Manager, Financials.
My report is in your packet, just a couple of things to highlight, as you already probably received, the 2023 audit was complete. However, there had to be a minor change to page 8, that should have been at your place or in your packet, so that you can update your booklet accordingly. Also enclosed in your, packet is the December 31, 2023 final financial report, which reflects audit adjustment entries recommended by the auditor. And also you have the January 31st, 2024 as well in your packet. I'll be happy to answer any questions on those. We do have a lot going on in the planning and zoning department, so please pay attention to that. And the Pine Ford Road Stormwater Project is complete, and the contractor has submitted his final payment application, which you will consider at the, later in your agenda. And he's also provided the required maintenance bond, which was reviewed and approved by our solicitor.
Questions for Township Manager?
Just one thing that I noticed under Charles Dickinson, a hearing is scheduled for March 16th. I think that's a Saturday,
Oh, I probably put the wrong date in there. I'll double check that.
just before we approve it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the March meeting, whatever the March
That-
meeting, it's at the 18th then.
18th.
Yeah. So it's March 18th.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks, Kathy. Sure.
Question, this, auditor's report, I have not reviewed it. Are we accepting this as part of this, manager's report? I haven't even looked at it yet.
The audit was actually the full packet. The audit was together,
Yeah,
with spin part.
so are we accepting this audit report, cause they do it, as is, or was that?
Yeah, you can get any questions to the auditor you have on it. So what what she does, what the CPAs do is they do the review and then they give their letter that everything meets the GAAP procedure.
Okay.
General Civil Council. Okay. All right, Chief of Police. Where you at, Jim?
Good evening, Commissioners, ladies and gentlemen. Turn the mic on. Just want to report on two things quickly. One, we continue to see identity theft and fraud. So if you or anyone you know suspects that they're being the victim of fraud or identity theft, have them call the police department. We'll clarify or try and explain to them whether we believe it's fraud or not. You shouldn't be giving out your personal information over the phone or email. So just be careful with that. Please don't hesitate to call us. The other thing is, we're gonna do a pancake breakfast with Hopewell Church. It's on March 23rd from 8 to 11. It's an opportunity to meet the officers of the department. It is free. I hope we'll have a donation jar for the Veterans Memorial for the township at the breakfast. You can pick up tickets here, the police department, or at Hopewell Church.
Questions for the Chief of Police? Thanks, Jim. Public Works, Chad?
Good evening, Commissioners. My report is in your packet. I just want to thank the public for their patience and kindness while we're out plowing snow. We've had quite a bit this winter. We've been out there quite a bit, so, and everybody's been really friendly, so I just wanted to say thank you for that. We try our best to take care of the roads. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Questions for Public Works? Thank you, Chad. Township Solicitor, Celso, anything?
No formal report tonight, however, we do have some litigation, employment, and real estate matters for discussion in executive session.
Questions for solicitor? Thank you. Next up is you have in your packet the engineering report. Michelle, anything to highlight on engineering report?
Just like usual, pay attention at page 4 regarding zoning issues. In the event we would have to move forward with citations, we typically don't do that, but sometimes we have to when we don't get cooperation.
Thank you. Tax collector reports in your packet as well. Questions on that? You have a question? Committee chair reports, open space and rec, Greg's reports in your packet. Greg?
That's correct. Good evening, thank you, Mr. President. Good evening, everyone. Our committee report is in your packet, and we ask for 2 actions from the board tonight. Approve a contract with Pond Works for the water treatment at Surecatch Pond, and approve the DCNR grant application for Hollenbach Phase 1A. They'll both be under your new business.
Questions for open space? All right. Thank you, Greg. Fire and ambulance, Don?
The only thing I wanna point out is the Easter egg hunt is Saturday, April 30th, the day before Easter. March 30th, thank you for watching that report. It's up at the middle school, so rain or shine, we'll either have it inside the gym that day or on the football field. That's all I have unless you have questions.
Questions for fire? Thanks, Don.